Hi, this is Kathy, and this marriage moment is about denial and blame. These two characteristics that are very common in marriage cause great difficulty in our marital relationship. And the idea behind this hat with the veil is that when I have this veil over my eyes, or when I am involved in the habits of denial and blame, I don't have a clear picture of what's going on in my life or in my marriage. My view of what has to happen, what's going on, is distorted by the veils of denial and blame. So let's talk about denial first. Denial is not uncommon. It's very scary to look at difficulties in your marriage, especially if you're the only one that really sees those difficulties. But I can guarantee you, and many couples have had this experience, that if we continue to deny the issues and the difficulties in our marriages, the outcome of that case scenario is not going to be good. So denial has to be faced. We have to lift that veil of denial to see clearly about what skills and issues need to be addressed in our marriage. The second habit that's not unusual in our marriage that causes distorted vision and an inability to see what has to happen in our marriages is the condition of blame. It's very common. None of us want to acknowledge that we are part of the problem or the issue. I know my husband and I were just like this for years and years and years. Me saying it's his problem, him saying it's her problem. And it's hard to acknowledge that you may be part of the problem. But until we do acknowledge that we're part of the problem, even if it's something like an addiction or an abusive situation, we can be enablers to that difficulty in our marriage by denying and not acknowledging, not confronting the reality of the difficulties and issues that we have. So when we're blaming our other spouse, we lock ourselves out of a solution for any given difficulty in our marriage. When you think about it, it makes sense. If I'm blaming my spouse for a communication difficulty that we have in our marriage, and I'm saying, well, it's his problem, it's not my problem. He's the poor communicator. He never speaks up. He's constantly withdrawing. Why would I begin to look for any kind of different way of approaching the situation, the issue, or the communication problem in that case? I wouldn't look for a solution if I'm blaming my spouse. So I want you to consider whether denial and blame are characteristics or habits that you bring to your marriage, and lift the veil of those destructive habits to begin the process of seeing more clearly and doing the healing and learning the skills that you need to have a more effective marriage. Thank you.